back to my channel. It is Anna 10 Bensel, and we are on number 25 of the LeetCode problem list. I'm solving these in Python, and I have my wonderful little kitten here with me today. I had just started the timer because I wanted to read through the question I did see was hard. So I am going to be doing this hopefully before the clock strikes midnight. It is 11:01 now. So let's go ahead and read through this question. Given the head of a linked list, reverse the nodes of the list K at a time and return a modified list. Okay. K is a positive integer and is less than or equal to the length of the linked list. If the number of nodes is not a multiple of K, then left out nodes in the end should remain as is. You may not alter the values in the list's nodes. Only nodes themselves can be changed. So K is a positive integer and is less than or equal to the length of the linked list. So this is example number 1. And this is the head. Okay. The number of the nodes in the list is n. Follow up, can you solve the problem? No, I cannot. I can already tell this is going to be rough. I already did read through this problem before I started. Twice, technically. So I'm kind of curious right off the bat why we didn't start with the length. So like def length and then the length equaling 0, while head length plus equals 1, and then the head we had next, and then return the length. Only because that'll calculate the length of the linked list. So I'm curious why we're starting here. That's just my first intuition. I don't actually know if it'll work if I... we're going to try this. This, full disclosure, guys, might not work at all. But the big thing is we need to get this length of the list, the linked list and the modified list. So self head. And then, so head type would be list node. Right? Makes sense, right? And then the R type would be integer. Maybe. That's how I would have started this, and then gone down to here. Well, hold on, let me read this one more time. Okay, so given the head of a linked list, reverse the nodes of list K at a time and return the modified list. K is a positive integer that's less than or equal to the length of the linked list. If the number of nodes are not multiples of K, then left out nodes in the end should remain as is. You may not alter the values in the list nodes. Only nodes themselves may be changed. Yeah, I do think we should calculate the length of that linked list. So right now we're going to have the length equal to 0, while head length plus or equal to 1. So then the head then becomes the head next. And re-return the length. Because doesn't that make sense with the length of the linked list? Right? Because then when we go down here, we can do that again. That becomes length equals length dot self of head. Length head. Does that make sense? Because then the length is already defined. So then the length is less than k. If length is less than k, then return the head, right? So if length is less than k, return head. That feels okay. That feels all right. So I guess what I really need, I have this length function, and that really defines to calculate the length of the linked list. And it takes the head of that linked list as an input and returns the length. I think what I really want with this reverse K group is I need to take the head of the linked list head and the integer k as an input and return that as a modified linked list. I think that's how I need that to be. So we need to initialize a couple variables in order for this to happen. We need this, we need current, we need previous, and we need forward. So in the kind of where my brain is coming with this is the first k nodes are reversed. Yeah, right? The first 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Yeah, so those are reversed. And then the forward pointers used to keep track of that next node. So the current next is updating that point to, current next is updating the point to the previous node previous, and then the pointer previous, current, forward, and CNT are moved accordingly. So I'm going to initiate those variables here. I'm going to make this 0. Current is going to be the head. Previous, we're going to say for now none, because I think that's probably where we are best suited. And then we can say while current and CNT are less than k, then we reverse the first k nodes. So we do forward equals current next. Then we'll do current next equals previous. Then previous would have to equal current, and current would then have to equal forward, which means that we plus them are equal to 1. So then we have to recursively call the remaining nodes. So if forward if forward, head next, and then it would be self reverse K group, right? And then forward K for that integer. So that would recursively call the remaining nodes there. And then I need to end this with return prev. So then it returns that previous one. Actually, this might be. Yeah. I'm going to read this question one more time. Goodness, I'm popular tonight. So given the head of a linked list, reverse the nodes of linked list K at a time and return the modified list. K is a positive integer in this list that are equal to the length of the linked list. If the number of nodes is not a multiple of K, then left out nodes in the end should remain as is. May not alter. Okay. The only thing I think might trip me up is right here. Just because I'm not sure this is going to be allowed. So let's run it and see. Okay, that is very surprising to me that accepted that. Just because I don't really see answers like that normally. So let's see how we stack up against the competition here. Okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. Not too bad, not too bad. Well, we did that in 12 minutes and 52 seconds. So that feels good. That was also supposed to be hard. I think the hardest part is like figuring out how I should have needed to set this up. But like in terms of logic, it's feels straightforward, especially with these things. Because then I guess the biggest thing was the reverse. So like going from, sorry, I'm going to be very popular in just a second. I'm getting a phone call. Actually, you know what? She deserves a little shout out. This girl, hilarious, my best friend, calls me super late at night all the time. But she's wonderful. She's a good person. This really did help the visual here. I would not have drawn it like that based on what they said. Actually, I think I would have messed it up entirely. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I have the link to my GitHub in the comment section down below. That has the LeetCode solution, so you can go through the LeetCode. You can go through the LeetCode solutions that I have so far for Python and Rust. I didn't film my 2 Rust solutions, but I will eventually. So feel free to fork and clone, make it better, make it worse. As long as you're having fun and learning something, that's all that matters. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.